Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel and welcome to some Apex Legends. This is actually going to be a very different style video than what you normally see here on Nero's Let's Plays, because typically everything here on this channel is a live commentary, but today we're going to be doing some post-commentary over some gameplay that I recorded maybe 20 minutes ago or something like that. I record as a YouTuber pretty much every single game that I play ever, right? And sometimes cool stuff happens, and when that does happen, I want to have it recorded, and it just so happens that this match I played maybe 20 minutes ago was by far the most fun I've ever had while playing Apex Legends, which is definitely saying something because I really do enjoy this game quite a lot. I had some very bad first impressions of it the day it came out because there were so many issues with connectivity and lag and things like that, but after that all smoothed out, for the most part, I've really started to enjoy this game. And as you guys can see here, we landed on the loot ship, and I ended up getting really lucky and getting a golden knockdown shield as well as some purple armor, which is definitely going to be helping me out later on. Now, the team here, I go in as Lifeline as much as I can. She's by far my favorite character here in this game. If I can't play Lifeline, I typically go back to Bloodhound, but I was able to get her this game, which was pretty fortunate. And on my team, we have a Mirage as well as a Bangalore. Now, the Mirage actually commits one of my biggest pet peeves here in this game. Now, I get that this game is free to play, and therefore there are lots of really bad players. I'm not saying that this guy is a bad player or anything like that, but what I'm saying is you're used to having bad teammates, right? I mean, I'm sure that this Mirage has had plenty of bad teammates in his time, and as a result, when he got put down, he pretty much assumed, you know what, my team's gonna die without me, I'm just gonna quit right now and go on to the next match. Well, the thing is, he ends up going down and dying, but we could have easily recovered his tag and revived him, and we do end up winning the game, so he could have been there, but he wasn't. So pretty much this entire match is going to be myself as well as the Bangalore, and I think we do our roles very well here in this particular match. Like, Bangalore is a DPS essentially, right? She's a soldier, she's really good at just rushing and doing damage and trying to take out people, right? Whereas obviously Lifeline's a support character, and boy do I support my butt off here in this match. But as you guys can see, I ended up getting the Hemlock right there, and I find, by the way, that the semi-automatic Hemlock in this game is really freaking good. Like, insanely freaking good. I like it more than the burst most of the time. Sometimes I forget to take it off first and put it onto single fire, but most of the time I recommend going with a single shot Hemlock because it's going to be pretty freaking helpful. Now let's skip ahead here just a little bit. As you can see, I ended up making a pretty big mistake right here. I ended up spending so much time looting, trying to find items, that I didn't realize my team was really freaking far away. And then they started to get into a gunfight, and that's going to be the beginning of the end of the Mirage on our team. You probably realized, well, this stupid freaking Lifeline's like a mile away from me, and I'm already down, so what's the point of me even playing right here? But I do eventually make my way over to them right as our Bangalore ends up getting a kill, and there's actually plenty of people down here inside this town. I want to look at that loot right there, but I figure, you know what? They're going to be rushing, because I think I hear footsteps to my left, and lo and behold, I do hear footsteps to my left. I would say the audio in this game seems to have gotten a lot better, especially during the first couple of days. Maybe it's because I wasn't really trained to listen for footsteps really that well, but during the first couple of days, it seemed like people could rush right up on you, and you couldn't hear them coming, and you would pretty much just die as a result of that. But, I mean, recently, I hear footsteps so easily in this game, it's actually pretty freaking insane. Like, I always know where they are. I can hear them running around inside this building. I want to open up this door, and I don't know if she closes it, I believe, as soon as I went to open it, or maybe we both tried to open it at the exact same time, but the door ended up getting stuck. But right here, the equipment in this game is actually freaking nuts. Like, you should... Here's a rule of thumb for me, and how do I miss all these shots, by the way? A rule of thumb for me, grab as much equipment as you possibly can. Frag grenades, cluster grenades, anything you can possibly find. Just grab as much of it as humanly possible because it's going to be really freaking helpful, and it's actually one of the reasons why we end up winning this match. But as you guys can see, we killed off that entire squad. There was that guy that was shooting at me from the mountains over there, but we're not going to worry about him for right now. Right now, I'm more focused on trying to heal my teammate as well as, you know, gather all this loot that we have right here. But as you can see, the Mirage ended up leaving, and now it's basically just going to be the two of us. Well, after looting all those guys as much as we could, we ended up making our way towards the mountains because, of course, that's where that guy was shooting at me from earlier, so therefore, there's probably a guy as well as his team this way, and you can probably hear it, but there are people down here in this village. You can't quite... Actually, we can see them right now over there fighting with people that are over there towards the bigger building, and we figure, you know what, let's just rush them. I like when people play this way. I find when you have those teammates, and I typically, like 99% of the time, I play with completely random people. When you play with teammates that are more passive, people that are more, they're more happy just to loot and, you know, hide and hug the edge of the circle and stuff like that. Typically, they do that because they're afraid to get into gunfights, and when you do actually get into a gunfight, they probably end up dying because they're not really that good. That's why they play so passively. But here, we end up losing where those people went. I thought they were going to head towards those buildings because people are typically always there, but we hear the gunfights over here towards the bunker. I'm so bad when it comes to names here. I always have to check the map whenever I call out anything, so I can't remember the names of any of the locations, but we hear them fighting inside. We see the different portals that were put down, and so we figure, you know what, let's go ahead and rush up on here. And this is actually where some of the most chaotic moments I've ever had in this game ended up happening. Like, we actually hear somebody taking shots at us with a triple threat right here, actually. I don't know where he is. Even looking back at this footage, I have no idea where those shots were coming from. But we end up rushing inside here, and this is where the chaos is going to ensue. That guy ends up getting some shots. I decide, you know what? Let's use some of these grenades that we have, because these things are by far, they're just so good, man. They are so freaking good. And just like that, we cleared out these two people. But that's not going to be the end of it, right? We cleared out these two people after they cleared out the other group that was here. But remember that there was somebody shooting at me with a triple take, and those people are about to start rushing us inside this smoke-filled room, and things are about to get pretty freaking hectic. But before that happens, we're going to quickly go through and try and loot everything that we possibly can, because, I mean, that's half this game. But here we hear him coming, and he ends up rushing. I get a lot of really good shots on him, but just the armor ends up saving him, and I make a really stupid mistake. I think I can just push forward and take him out. Not thinking, right? That was a really dumb move, because obviously he's backing up into his teammates. What are the chances of him basically pushing that all by himself, right? Pretty freaking low. But remember that I have the legendary knockdown shield, so I'm able to back myself up here, and we're in this small little hallway. They can't just simply go around me and kill me very easily, so they're going to keep on trying to shoot at me, but this thing has so much health they can't really do anything, and then my teammate makes the move. This is where I see them both turn towards my teammate, and I'm like, okay, I can go for the self-revive. If you guys don't know, the legendary knockdown shield gives you the ability to self-revive. It takes for freaking ever, as you guys can see, but even though we're in this small hallway, they don't pay attention to me. My teammate puts down one guy, and here we go. I end up getting up just as he puts down my teammate. If I would have waited just a couple of milliseconds longer to start reviving myself, we would have lost right there, because she ended up going down. But because I started reviving when I did, I was able to get up just as she went down, kill off the final person, and start healing her and heal myself, and of course get the shields going and stuff like that. It was so freaking clutch, man. Like, that was so cool. I put a video, like I said, up on Twitter earlier, and I called it Second Chance Pro, and that was basically what that was. And now we just have pretty much all the gear we could ever want, right? We've got ultimate accelerants, we've got digital threats, we've got the best armor we can possibly find, we've got so many consumables, and then if you guys can hear it, I'm not sure how well it's picking up in the video, but there's gunfights happening just to the left of us, right? There's even more people coming to this area, and so we figure, you know what? We've got our health back. I'm going to call this in right now, because we weren't sure exactly where they were. I'm like, okay, maybe we'll call in our care package, but then I see they're actually fighting right here inside this building. I'm like, okay, well, screw the care package. Let's rush. And again, I love when teammates are like this. I don't know this spy guy or girl or whatever whatsoever. I don't know this person. We're not even communicating. We're communicating via pings, right? And so we both decide, let's rush. Let's freaking do this. No one can stop us. They can try their best, but no one's going to be able to stop us. And of course, we lead the way here with some of our consumables. These things, the grenades in this game are insane. Grab as many of them as you possibly can. I make a dumb decision and try and push into there. But we hear gunfights happening upstairs. I'm trying to find the person that was downstairs, and Bangalore just goes in guns blazing. I decide I'm going to flank the person that she's trying to fight, and there's the person she put down right here inside this corner. And then that person goes to flank her, end up killing him. And now they've got two people down. I've got my teammate down. And it's me versus, I believe, a Caustic as the final person here. And by the way, guys, answer this for me. I keep seeing so many people telling me, Nero, you can actually destroy those little canisters by shooting the red part, the little bottom part, the little red line on the little bombs that he can put down. That's never worked for me. Not even once has that worked for me. Like, I keep trying to blow them up. It doesn't destroy them. It just kind of sets them off. Okay, it wasn't actually a Caustic. It was going to be a Mirage as the final person. And he comes down. I take him out with the shotgun, and then I go for the revive here. So many little clutch moments. I really enjoyed playing his Lifeline, because I like having that shield when I go to revive people, and it's fun being the support character in games like this. And again, because we've killed so many people so far, and we keep going into these areas where big team fights just happened, we keep third-partying people, if I'm being honest. Because we keep doing that, we have all the loot we could ever freaking want. Like, pretty much all the loot that we could ever freaking want. But not too long after this, after we do a little bit of looting, we end up going back towards the bunker, and there's gunfights happening in there, or at least people shooting, right? And so we're wondering, like, can we go in there? Should we rush these people? Like, who knows? But as you can see, we have all these bombs set down right here, and I don't know how to get by them. I feel stupid because I keep trying to shoot the bottom, because I keep hearing, yeah, shoot the red part. It'll blow it up, but it doesn't end up freaking working, because I have no idea. We end up deciding, ultimately, to just go around, because we have enough room before the circle comes in to go around towards the other end of the bunker, because we know that there's basically a team in there fighting another team inside the bunker. Instead of rushing into the bunker itself, let's go around, get inside the circle, and try to catch them as they run out of the bunker. And lo and behold, that's exactly what ends up happening. One team ends up winning in there. It's just us versus the other team. They're inside that bunker, and they have to come through this door. They can try to run all the way around, but that seems pretty unlikely. We're basically just ready to go, and then they eventually start rushing us. We just start spamming as many grenades as we possibly can in there, doing as much damage as we can, and ultimately we end up getting the win here as a result, because they came out of there, they lost all their shields, they had pretty low health, all things considered, and just ultimately we ended up winning, which was pretty freaking fantastic. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is what I consider to be the coolest game I've had so far playing Apex Legends. Again, it's not the most kills I've ever had or anything like that, but just the clutch moment of the self-revive, being able to save my teammate twice, like having all these big... there was so much action in this match. Typically, we have these games where, you know, we'll get into the final circle and there will be maybe 3 kills among my entire group or something like that. Oh no, just myself and this Bangalore. We kept rushing and rushing and rushing, and we kept finding more and more people, and we just kept coming out on top, barely by the skin of our teeth, which was actually very fun. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I consider to be my best match so far here in Apex Legends, or at least the match I've had the most fun with. And I would love to hear down there in the comments, are you guys playing this game? Do you enjoy this game? It is free to play, of course, so chances are most of you have probably tried it so far. And if you do play the game, who's your favorite character? Leave your thoughts and feedback on that down there in the comments, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.